Hello everyone, welcome back to ULM, the ULM Dynasty. We're in episode 3. In the previous episode we covered the regular season for year 2, in which we had a lot of weird ups and downs. We won some games that I thought, hey, maybe we shouldn't have, and then we lost a lot of games that we really could have had. We had a one-possession loss to New Mexico State and Mississippi State, and those games would have really helped out, but still 6-5 is good enough for a bowl game, and a bowl game against UAB. So, as you can see now, I'm flipping through UAB's schedule because I'm curious to see what they went through in Conference USA to get them to 6-5, how they got to us. And they got blown out by Louisville. That might help explain it a little bit more. But we're pretty even teams. UAB, I think, is definitely the better team. They definitely have the better roster here. You can see they have 3-star prestige, which doesn't really indicate skill on the roster, but it does indicate that they have a better roster than we do. So we should not be the favorites heading into this game. I think we're definitely the underdogs heading into this game. But Coach Lou Nips is going to whip the boys into shape here in Houston, and we should hopefully have at least a fair shot at this game. I would really like to add our first bowl victory pretty early on, if I could. And also, I just want to point out, have you guys seen Reliant Stadium in this game? Oh, it's disgusting. Every time they put NFL stadiums in the college games for bowl games, they always look a little bit different than how they do in Madden, but this one is just disgusting. I think this is like the first year of Reliant Stadium, and that's probably why it looks so gross. It might have been in NCAA 02, I can't remember. I think it might have been. I don't think they still have the Astrodome in there, or even if they used it. I'm not sure if the Houston Bowl was in the Astrodome until then. But yeah, we have Reliant Stadium, and it looks pretty ugly here. They don't even fully have the retractable roof detail. It's just a flat gray surface with some rafters. So either way, we're going to get underway here as our offense is already rolling with a big pickup through the air, and we are cooking, baby. So we have some named players, but we also have some players with numbers, so it's going to be a hodgepodge of call-outs for both. So it's 1st and 10, close to midfield here. We're going to go with a delayed handoff, and it is a nice pickup for our running back as he gets across midfield and picks up another first down. And so it looks like our offense is rolling just a tad, and we're going to get a nice little replay on here. It was a really nice gap up the middle, some good space, and he really shot through that with a good bit of speed, so I'd like to see that. So 1st and 10 again for the Indians. Quarterback's going to drop back, and he's got a clean pocket, but the receiver wasn't even looking for the football, so I'm not sure who that miscommunication is on, but our receiver wasn't even looking for the ball. So UAB's going to get a prime opportunity now off of a turnover here late in the first half. Or we cut further ahead into the game because really not a lot was happening in this first half. So that pick you saw came and went. So, but this is an opportunity now for the Blazers late in the first half to maybe add some points and break our 0-0 tie. And they are doing a good job as Chiang, I believe, is their quarterback's name. Chiang picks up a nice completion through the air to get in Indian territory, and they are not stopping. Is again another nice pickup across the middle here. We had a bunch of defenders in the way, but no one was really, again, paying attention. I don't know why our team is looking so lost out there, but UAB is going to run the hurry up here as the clock is starting to tick here. Well under a minute, and they're going to have to move here pretty quickly, even though they took forever getting back to the line, or at least snapping the ball once they got back to the line, and Jiang cannot connect with his receiver. So an option play here. UAB loves doing the option. We will see that a bit here, and the pitch just gets off in time, and the running back's going to take a dive for the goal line, and because of the animation, he's going to successfully do the dive, and because of a face mask, tack on 5 more, but it doesn't matter because they got a reservation for 6. So UAB will take a 7-0 lead into the locker room at halftime. Still plenty of time to do something here to answer back to the Blazers, and we're going to need to as UAB goes back for the option again, but this time it does not go off successfully as Chiang still pitches the ball even though he's completely being smothered, and it is a fumble well in their own territory. So we're going to get the ball inside the 10-yard line with an opportunity to answer back to UAB. A monumental mistake for the Blazers, so we don't make the best decision either as we hand it off to our running back Schaefer, who tries to get up the middle here, but there's no room to operate. So we're going to send Schaefer in motion now. McFarland's going to stand alone in the backfield. A clean pocket. He's got all day to throw, and he throws this one out to his receiver, and he hauls it in, and we have a touchdown. So we finally answer UAB back. Our offense finally gets rolling here. It was only thanks to a massive mistake by UAB UAB's offense to get us the ball inside the 10-yard line. I don't even think we had even been close to the 10-yard line before that. And UAB is just, again, giving up even more mistakes and giving us more gifts as they fumble in their own territory again. This time we got a lot longer of the field to go, but we are still in prime position thanks to that turnover. So we're going to get the offense rolling here late in the third quarter. It is 2nd and 8 after a short run play, and McFarland's going to drop back, and another delayed handoff to Schaefer. And again, UAB's got this one pretty well covered, so we're not moving the ball very effectively right now off of this second UAB turnover. So it's a 3rd and 9 situation. We got a lot of yards that we're going to need to gain here if we want to keep our drive alive. McFarland's going to drop back again, has a clean pocket, and throws this one right down the middle, and in double coverage, our receiver comes down with it. So a dangerous pass for McFarland to make, but it does work out well for us, as I believe that Spence is his name, who we've been hitting really all game, I believe. So McFarland's under some pressure. He pump fakes and tries to avoid the pressure, but UAB was sending everybody, or I don't know if they sent everybody, but just our whole line could not hold them any longer. So 2nd and 16, we're moving the wrong way again as the third quarter continues to tick ever so closer to the 000 mark. McFarland's going to drop back, and he's got clean coverage up front and loads this one out, and I believe that's Spence again who fumbles off. It's not Spence, but regardless, it's a fumble out of bounds, and they're going to give us the reception. So it's going to be 3rd and 5 now. Probably should have been an incompletion, but we're not going to review it. So McFarland floats this one out again. I believe this time it is Spence who hauls it in, and he does not fumble it. So we get a 1st and 10 now, and we are ever so closer to UAB's end zone. This drive, which has been really sloppy and just kind of ugly, is starting to materialize in front of our eyes ever so slowly. And this time we get it to Schaefer, the running back, out of the backfield, who gets brought down on the goal line, but it is good enough for the touchdown. So we now take a lead over the Blazers thanks to their 2nd turnover of the game. So all 14 of our points has come off of UAB turnovers. So because I don't think we are the better team here, but when you capitalize off of mistakes like that, you will take a lead in games like this. So UAB's going to have to play some tighter offense if they want a chance to come back in this game and potentially win this game. And if we can tighten up on defense, then I think we might walk out of here with a victory. But we still have a whole quarter left of football to play, so keep your eyes peeled as we're going to start off the fourth quarter with UAB's offense trying to answer back to us, and Chang again with another dangerous pitch on the option, and his man was completely out of bounds when he pitched it. So the AI is not very smart when it comes to these option plays, but UAB loves to run them, so they're going to stick with it. Chang, under a little bit of pressure, gets rid of it, and his receiver's got some open space, but we are able to track him down and bring him down, but not before he can get into ULM territory. So UAB is going to be set up pretty nicely here at about the 40-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 for Chiang and the Blazers offense. And he's going to drop back, and again we send some pressure quick, but UAB picks it up very well, and Chiang's able to get rid of the ball, but his receiver cannot come down with it, as he was in good position to make the catch, but he just didn't. So UAB going back to that option play. This time they got plenty of room up front, and Chiang keeps it himself and is able to pick up the 1st down, and so this time we were not all over the option play. So 1st and 10 at about the 25 of ULM, and they're going to go with the handoff, and there's no room up the middle for their fullback to really do much with it. So they have been outrunning us all game, though, as I've been cutting it out, but that time there's not much they can do. So on the next play, Chiang has to try and avoid the pressure. We had some guys in position, but he was able to weasel that ball around to the running back, who got a few yards. So, and again, UAB's offense through the air seems to be potent as they complete another pass inside the 10-yard line, and now UAB is threatening to score on us. So we need to tighten up on D here if we want to keep the Blazers out of the end zone. And Chiang, under some pressure, gets it off to his receiver, who gets absolutely flattened by our defender and even injured on the play. I think he would come back. I don't think it's anything too serious, but still a brutal play nonetheless to happen in the end zone. So UAB's going to try and pick it up on the ground, and they can't do that as their running back number 2 gets stuffed after picking up maybe a yard or two. So it's 3rd and goal from about this 5 or 6 yard line, and UAB needs something quick here as clock is running here, and they do get rid of it to the tight end, and he is just open enough for the touchdown. We had some guys in position, but it didn't matter because he pulled it in. So now we have a tie ball game with just under 2 minutes left to go, and we are already driving here as it is 3rd and 10 in our own territory. McFarland's got a lot of time here, and he finds a tight end who hauls it in and gets a couple yards past the sticks, more than what we need, and we have a 1st down. So now we are hanging just around midfield, still in our own territory, and clock is still running, but look, McFarland's going to try and run this offense a lot quicker. He's going to drop back, and he's got all the time in the world, and he wants the deep ball. He lobs this one up, and it is hauled in. That wasn't Spence this time. I'm not sure which one of our receivers that was, but he makes a humongous catch late at clutch time for this offense, and now we are well in UAB territory, and the game is essentially in our control if we can essentially run some clock, but we're not even going to need to as McFarland lays it up to the same receiver who hauls it in this time for a touchdown. So 2 humongous plays back-to-back between the same 2 guys, and now we find ourselves with a potential 7-point lead over the Blazers here with about a minute and a half left to go. So 21-14 is your score, but UAB still has plenty of time to answer back, but they've got the whole length of the field to go. Chang lobs this one up, and his receiver again was in position to make a nice catch there, but he could not haul it in. So 2nd and 10 now for the Blazers. They're going to send the running back in motion. And now Chang, what's he going to do? We should watch for the option because they're probably still going to try and run it here, even though they got to move the ball. So the receiver number 6, the one who got injured on the last drive, he is back. He is okay, and he is able to get a first down for UAB. And now this time they will set up and hurry up here in the shotgun. So we should expect a deep ball here if possible. And Chang lobs this one across the middle to the tight end who caught the last touchdown for UAB, and he has a first down right around midfield. So UAB is moving the ball relatively easily here. They already have about half the length of the field already covered, and our defense has really not stepped up. So as clock gets closer and closer to the minute mark, Chang is now just sitting and waiting as he rolls over in the pocket and throws it in a whole mess of players. There was a couple UAB receivers there, and there was a lot of ULM defenders, so can't connect there. But on 2nd and 10, it's another deep ball down the middle to that tight end, number 89, and he cannot haul it in. So we're getting lucky here. It's 3rd and 10. Can we stand tall here and perhaps force a 4th and 10 for the Blazers? Chiang steps up in the pocket here, really steps up into the pressure. He didn't have to do that, but he never stepped back. He just kind of stepped into it. So 4th and 11 now for UAB, potentially their last opportunity, their last shot. Chang wants the whole enchilada, and it falls into the grass as he tries to connect with that tight end again, and he overthrows him by about 5 yards. So that will be all she wrote for UAB as they come up short in their last drive. After starting off very strong, they cannot finish things off. So we will hold on to our 7-point lead and get our first bowl victory. In our 2nd year, we already get a bowl victory for ULM. I know in the Northwestern Dynasty, I already looked up, or I looked up in real life, like the year marks in real life compared to what we were doing. I haven't done that for ULM, so I'm not sure when they would win their first bowl game from the point that we're taking over. But we already have it. I'm sure we already beat it because I don't know from prior knowledge. I don't really know ULM for being a perennial bowl team. So we pick up a nice victory in the Houston Bowl over UAB, a team that was definitely better than we are, but just made plenty of mistakes to put us in the right position. So in the next video, we will draw this one to a close, and in the next video, we will cover the stats from our 2nd year and also look into year number 3. Hopefully, we can get another bowl opportunity, or just a Sun Belt title, because we're still looking for that. But we have our first bowl, so hope to see you guys in the next episode.